So if you remember, we spoke about the importance of identifying our emotions a couple weeks ago. We talked about journaling and about how valuable that is to be able to actually name the emotions that we were feeling. And so as a means of encouragement, we need to continue to be diligent, especially at a time right now where our emotions are mixing, where we got feelings coming from all different directions. We have to be even more diligent as we get to the end of the season. And it's hard because we're getting tired. Our bodies are getting beat down. Our bodies are becoming exhausted from the season. We're wrestling so many different things and emotionally taxing. We have to manage that, but we also have to be diligent. This is not a time to give up. This is a time where we really need to dig in and push through. And so as a means of encouragement, we need to get into our journals. We need to get into those places with community and with our friends and process stuff, lest we start becoming emotionally numb. Because if we start becoming emotionally numb and those emotions just keep building and building, they're not going anywhere. Even if we refuse to feel it, they're still going into our hearts and they're going to explode in some way, shape, or form. So this is a time we have to rise up and we really have to dig deep and find a way to get to the root of these emotions. God definitely designed us to be emotional. So emotions are not bad. You're not weak as a man if you feel emotions. Honestly, I think some of the strongest, most courageous men are the ones that are actually giving themselves permission to be real and to give themselves permission to cry sometimes and to feel sad and to feel these hurts and to go to a brother and to be able to express that and to be able to just to do that in a way that is not weak. It's not feminine as men, and it's not something to be ashamed of, right? And so it's something that the wise will do. It's something that the strong will do. Like being weak and being vulnerable and being real is something that actually empowers us to be even stronger in our lives. We've all experienced incredible emotions. You win a championship, you score a goal, you get to be a part of an amazing opportunity. Coach calls on you when you don't expect it for a big role or a big situation. The emotions that you feel are crazy, right? Maybe you're skating it on a one-on-one and you dangle a guy, or you make a sweet move, or you're a goalie and you just make this killer save. You have these emotions for sure that just rise up and you feel so good and so excited and so confident in those moments. And then at other times we have emotions that are totally opposite. Maybe your coach comes down hard on you, or your teammate says something to you that really kind of cuts deep, or you go out and you make a mistake in a game, you come back to the bench and you feel like discouraged, you feel disrespected sometimes, you feel offended sometimes, you feel hurt. There are things that rise up in us. And one of my favorite verses to really think about in those moments is where the Apostle Paul writes in Ephesians, where he says, "Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and all brawling and slander be put away from you, along with all malice, but be kind to one another, compassionate, forgiving each other, just as God in Christ has forgiven you." We have to fight against bitterness. We have to fight against anger. We have to fight against this violent heart to want to go and brawl and to want to just defend and to want to let our emotions control us. We have to fight against those negative emotions, and we have to fight for the positive ones. We have to fight and live in that place of pursuing Christ and being kind and compassionate and loving our teammates and letting that inspire us towards winning and towards building our teams.